Mime makeup-clad silent porn queens, sticker-obsessed poetry-peddling slime balls, demented ukulele players, strange, uneventful desires that mock the institution of marriage. Get ready to wallow in a pit of foolishness tonight, only on Sea Blizzard's Variety Channel.
Award-winning Beyond Vaudeville program with your host Frank Hope and your co-host David Green. Twin Peaks star Little Mike Anderson.
Säger 3, säger 3, säger rak. 4, säger 5, säger 6, säger rak.
Within human limitations. Now, I brought a picture along. Some of you watching might have wondered why my cape was decorated the way it was. When Underdog...
Okay, David. Right.
Well,
Right, Dave, talk.
Very rude, David.
You got 20 minutes, Dave.
All right. I'm sorry, Susanna. What?
Well, when Underdog launched...
I think you want to help. I also want to show you, I am taking up ventriloquism now, my Charlie McCarthy doll. And I want to show you how he talks. How are you today, Charlie? Oh. Okay. All right, David. Well, if you're going to be tough, I brought my Desert Shield gun. All right. Okay.
Oh, heck yeah. Just all over the place, you know?
Cute.
You know, Frank, now that I meet you here in person, you know, there's a question I'd kind of like to ask. I mean, you know, with the politically correct stuff going on.
Now you brought some wigs with you, right?
Yeah.
To show us how the different techniques, right?
Yeah, can I play with David for a minute? Do you think he would mind?
Oh, with David. Well, you can try.
Actually, he has a
I
cool
guess.
haircut. This is really neat.
It is.
Is this a wig?
An interesting
Can
style.
I touch you? Don't be afraid. Come here.
David, maybe you can cooperate, please, with Miss Roberts.
Beyond Vaudeville or Oddville was an off-the-wall American TV variety series from MTV that started as a public access show from Manhattan, New York. Packed with absurd performances.
All right, good. Great to see you. Now, you're not wearing a shirt, right? Obviously.
It's all part of the talent.
Okay, and this is a part of what you do.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, and what is it that you do?
I do belly roll. Well, let me explain it to you. Okay, you have people that choreograph ballets, and then you have people who choreograph dramas. Well, I said, why not choreograph a belly roll?
Oh, okay. Well,
That's very innovative.
Yep.
Go. Been doing it ever since I was 8.
Go to it, Mr. Roy. We'd love to see it.
Gotta see this.
Rare music performances.
Sweet, grab it close. It was the year punk.
Mutilated Lips from their album The Mollusk. Please welcome.
The mollusk.
The mollusk, right? Like the crab? Okay. Please welcome from New Hope, Pennsylvania,
Wonderful.
Ween.
My brain in silence.
And interviews that are patronizing to the guests and audience alike. Hosted by the stylishly dressed Rich Brown, playing the character Frank Hope, and his cantankerous cohort, the illustrious agape-mouth co-host David Green, was a polarizing look into the world of low-effort degeneracy and factitious mundanity. From public access through Paragon and Time Warner Cable in 1886, all the way to national syndication in 1997, this is the story of Beyond Vaudeville. Phil Gallo of Variety described the show as stupid human tricks on methamphetamines as one act after another is whisked to the floor to perform before hitting the couch for a few questions. Rolling Stone named it one of the 101 reasons to watch television. Beyond Vaudeville is one of the first middle fingers to the medium of talk shows. It certainly wouldn't be the last in the midst of so many talk show parodies and memories of Andy Kaufman in our zeitgeist. Beyond Vaudeville was a breath of fresh air for the local TV goers of the late 80s up to the late 90s. Stirring memories of Wayne's World, MTV in 1997 decided to give national television a taste of the public access oblong fuckery that Frank Hope and David Green had to offer. But who was David Green and Frank Hope? Frank Hope, actual name Rich Brown, born in 1962, who landed on the Entertainment Weekly's It List as one of the most creative people in entertainment.
His name is Bill Coleman, whose initials are BC, the same as Bing Crosby's, who was a good friend of Bob Hope's. A duck walks into the drugstore, and ducks usually don't do that, but this one did, and he went and he bought some chapstick, and he said,
and who has brought moments of comedic clarity to various late-night reality TV shows and has been co-executive producer on popular game shows Beat the Clock, NBC's Last Comic Standing, Crime Scene Kitchen, and was a founding producer of Fear Factor. On IMDb, it states that he created and produced the show's most talked-about challenges involving creepy crawlies and unusual delicacies.
Cod liver. It is actually maggoty cheese. So you will be eating 1 cow snout and 1 plate of maggoty cheese. I'll go with deer. It is actually a bull penis.
And his experiences working on the show made him a popular interview subject on TV and radio stations nationally. Rich is still active as a creative producer for many shows to this day. David Green is an enigmatic entity that makes an O-face almost all the time.
Good morning, my Long Island.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. You want me to sing another song?
Well, we don't have too much time.
Oh,
but
okay.
If you want to go, yeah, sure.
One song's enough.
No,
One's
okay.
enough?
No, so you...
Theoretically, to keep from laughing and ostensibly piss off strangers that attempt to greet him, or God forbid, get too close to him during a performance, lest he start growling at you while the cameras are rolling.
So, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation.
But that's the character from Beyond Vaudeville, and any interviews related. But who actually is David Green? Well, that question seems to be as enigmatic as his character. In the show, there is nothing on this guy and seems to value his real-world privacy because his IMDb is pretty much barren. In the known for section, only showing Beyond Vaudeville and an obscure pop culture quiz show video game called Radioactive, which I can't find any info on. He seems to have not done much in the industry after Vaudeville other than a few unverifiable quips on Reddit saying he's an award-winning broadcaster. Not sure what they're referring to, because there's no bio on this man anywhere. Even after decades, he still sits with the ridiculous visage in interviews coupled with chiefly angered silence.
As we've learned in the past, that David's very, very unpredictable. Yes, that's true. Lots of people excited to see you, David. What do you have to say, David? It's been all these years. People are discovering the show, rediscovering the show now on YouTube. And oh, David, I can't believe you finally spoke, and it appears that you're muted.
You're still an idiot.
Okay, so that's that.
It's
that's
gratifying to know.
These two met in college. David was a philosophy major who only showed up to class 3 minutes before class ended, while Rich was studying journalism after philosophy didn't work out for him. Rich holds degrees from New York University and Columbia University Graduate School of Journalism. They would work together on an NYU comedy magazine called The Plague, which is still in publication to this day, as well as also doing shows at NYU until they found out about a public access studio they could rent for exactly $54.13, and the saga of Beyond Vaudeville was born.
NYU is where you started to meet the people who kind of directed the course of your life from there. Of course, David Green, who became your co-host on this. You guys were both working for The Plague, the New York University humor magazine, correct?
Yeah, I first met David as a freshman. I took an intro to philosophy class, which was a mistake on my part. I couldn't grasp the whole idea of, is the chair really here if we leave the room? But of course, it was right up David's alley. And but he was a character even then. The first time I saw him, he had a habit of showing up to the class about 3 minutes before the ending bell. And, you know, with his he would come in with his Barnes & Noble book bag and his very straight gait, and he would just, you know, have this grin on his face, and he would just walk into the classroom and take a seat, and there'd just be a little tittering and chuckling in the classroom as like, who is this guy, and why is he always showing up 3 minutes before class ends?
They would do shows at NYU until they found out about public access, and the saga of Beyond Vaudeville was born. What was the thesis of Beyond Vaudeville? The character Frank Hope starts the show every time, showing off pop culture memorabilia and old toys that he would buy from toy stores that were going out of business for dirt cheap. In a shaky, nervous inflection, waiting for the inevitability that what he's showing off will piss off David Green into an overreaction.
So, a copy of 16 magazine that I kept a special page out with this, where Maureen McGovern tells you how to touch the boy you love, which, and just I found it very interesting because it shows from a woman's point of view, how, you know, what people go through. Okay. And
you should know a lot about that.
Okay, David, why don't you just not start in right in the beginning of the show like that? I picked up a McDonald's record on the way up, and if you play it and they sing the whole song...
Yeah, I'm sure people want to hear that.
Well, maybe it's exciting. Like, people like to watch game shows, so they'd like to see maybe if I win. Let's do it just like a game show.
No.
Oh, it's 45.
Okay.
No, it's 30.
Big Mac McDeal, tea, quarter pounder with some cheese fillet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden French fries, regular or larger size of salad, garden or a chicken salad, Oriental, big breakfast, egg McMuffin, hot cakes.
Now, if they sing the whole thing like the guy, then you win.
Three varieties of saucer, country kinds of shakes and chocolate, chip cookies, and a drink of Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, and orange drink, a Sprite and coffee, decaf, 2, a low-fat milk, also an orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all at one place. Got it? Got it. Okay, now you do it. Big Mac McDeal, tea, quarter pounder with some cheese. Ah, too bad.
Oh, okay. Well, we lost, but that doesn't mean you can't win next time, right? And
yeah, play it again. Maybe you'll win next time.
Well, it's all right because I go to McDonald's anyway, so why not just go and get the record? Okay, so let's invite, please, our first guest, who is a very popular around New York, known because he goes to all the clubs.
Therefore, I think nostalgia was and is a huge ingredient in this soup of debauchery. Not even mentioning the added nostalgia on top that viewers can now blanket upon the said media, along with many other subtleties not many people with an IQ over 50 could point out. David Green's job is to get mad and grunt at the host, and sometimes guests, perhaps a little physical attacking, attacking people out of rage, never hurt nobody.
Oh, okay.
If we just... Okay. They said it was a nice show.
Now put that down,
Some peace poetry, quick. Thank God I took a collision.
David, maybe a bit. All right, David.
David speaks extremely rarely, but when he does, it's usually only reaction and then back to the face. The main host, Frank Hope, is a moderately nervous acting lover of toys and pop culture who's very nice and welcoming to the guests, and keeps the show chugging along as the juxtaposition of David Green's sour demeanor adds just the right amount of divisiveness for the wackiness they're so praying for to leech off of happens. Joey the Monkey, real name John Walsh, usually dances.
Joey, come on in now. Joey, I can't waste too much time. The show's running out. You have to come on and do it. All the fans want to see you. Come on, Joey. Come on, I'll make it okay. All right, Joey's coming. He's going to do a special act which hasn't been done in many years, since the Ed Sullivan program, probably. Oh, Joey, how are you?
I was. Oh, see? I thought it was gonna let you out.
Well, this is a long show, isn't it, Frank? 29 minutes. 29? It seemed like.
You hope it's a short dance.
Okay, Joey, don't make Mr. Will dance too much now. Okay. Maybe.
No, if we got.
Okay.
They said it was.
But sometimes transforms into various different versions, if you will, to perform different things that he solely came up for the show that day, including the amazing Jonak, the clairvoyant simian, where he just writes things he's thinking.
Okay, well, we do have something that we consider fun in games. How's that transition, Joey? You like that one? Okay. It's our lovable Joey the Monkey, who's usually on hand to dance, but today he's actually going to do... Oh, yes, the amazing Jonak. And, Joey, maybe you could bring a chair with you, too, because I think we've run out. Do you need it? Okay. Okay, the amazing Jonak. And you're going to tell the future for us? Okay. There he goes. Oops, your turban fell off there. Your music's coming, Jonak? You want me to help? Okay, you sit down. I'll fix it for you. Okay. Frank is my friend. Oh, thank you, Joey. Okay. On the edge of my seat on this one. Watch Beyond Vaudeville. That's a good one, Joey. Okay. And one more. Oh, this is the final one, right? The final envelope. Okay. David is dumb. Oh. Okay. Oh, I don't know what David would think of that. I didn't write it, David. That was Joey. Okay. That was a... Okay.
Nothing to do with the future, but could, if you really wanted to, because I am watching Beyond Vaudeville in the future and enjoying it. Holy fuck, man. Jonak was actually fucking psychic. Awkwardness is the engine in which most of the main show is powered by. It's really so simple, it's sweet. Book a main guest with moderate to large star power and simply let anyone perform non-relevant, out-of-nowhere stuff in front of the star guest you booked after a couple interview questions, and just sit back and allow the mundane to wash over you.
People know and love you, and...
You know, I'm going to tell you something. There's got to be a telethon that fits him, you know?
Well,
because it's amazing what they do with chemistry. Anyway, go ahead. You were saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, sometimes
be intelligent now. Go ahead.
Sometimes people don't understand Dave, and they have a hard.
That's all right. I can understand them not understanding him. That's understandable. I would not understand if they did understand him. Why are you smiling? You're supposed to be stone-faced. You're not supposed to smile. I caught you smiling when he was folding the book. You're not supposed to do that. He wants to be a straight man. You see this here? This is a straight man, huh? He's bent like a pretzel. A straight man.
Al Lewis is the first person to ever make this, I've ever seen this, make this man laugh.
I tell you what.
No one's ever made David Green laugh until fucking
Mr. It'll take me about an hour. My God, I don't need a couch for him.
See, Al.
Anyway, what were you saying? Go ahead. Say something. Don't laugh while I'm talking. Laugh in the pauses. Don't laugh while I'm talking. When I stop, then you laugh.
See, and the reason that he can make you laugh, David, is because he's been in the business for a long time.
No. The reason is I can reach down to his level, all the way down. That's why I can make him laugh. I know where he's coming from, and I hope he stays there. I told you not to laugh when I speak. What's the matter with you? You don't understand English? Si hablo? Pancho? I don't understand you. Would you have any ambition in life? What do you want? Do you want to grow up to be a sphinx or something?
May I present for your perusal, sirs, all you hands drinkers or not, a Katrina, sirs.
What the fuck are you doing?
Sirs, but definitely not a wooden-headed. Why, you know me, sirs. You just kind of toss that old Dutch cleanser stuff right down the drain. Why, I am very, quite contrary, but definitely not how does your garden grow. And hey, guys, when the Camptown races come to town, hey, a-doo-dah, a-doo-dah, and hey, a Camptown ladies are 5 miles around, oh, a-doo-dah day. And I am definitely topsy-turvy, sirs, but not the topsy-type, and not little E. And I'm kind of serious, but
It's
not
like
really.
French and country. What is this accent?
A spoof and a satire in one.
All right, comedic risque. You see, amongst one of my ultimate dreams has always been to be a stripper in Las Vegas, except I'm not exactly talented in the right places to be a stripper. And
his friend, Bob.
Al Munster, bro. Goated.
Hello, everybody. Say hi to the crowd. Bob. Hi. So did you have a lot of fun out there in California, previewing the Academy Awards? Yeah, lots of fun. Did you have enough sand, sea, and surf out there? I sure did. Oh, good. So what are you going to do for all the people out there today? I'd like to recite a poem. Okay, so go right ahead. Okay. A boat and the sea is the life for me. Though many a time it's a wet one. Oh! What's the matter? Oh. Oh. What's the matter there? You got some water on you there? Let me clean you up there. Okay. I thought I left the beach in San Diego. Oh, okay. So don't worry, no one's going to bother you anymore. You can finish the poem there, okay? All right.
Oh, and as I always do, I shake hands goodbye with Bob. Goodbye, Bob. All right, you come back again, and you come back again too, Kevin.
Okie doke.
Okay, the show has just begun.
I'm a very fortunate person. I was born with a great singing voice. I was fortunate enough to look exactly like one of the greatest celebrities in the world, and I realized...
Okay, so he's not gonna sing. Okay, so the guy just said he has a good singing voice, but he wasn't going to sing. That's fucking hilarious. I like to imagine when I'm watching things like this that I'm there. If you were actually there, you wouldn't have the option to just click on another video if you get bored. No, you gotta relax and try to enjoy whatever's happening because life is beautiful and absurd, and mundane comedy can allow you to realize that. This is the mentality I want when I'm watching something like certain David Lynch scenes or Softmax Plus, for example.
Oh, I need Alexa Pro.
Meeting my agent, Argentine LaFleur. He's got an opportunity for me. Just, hey, good to see you.
Darling. Yes.
You're here. Yeah, good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Yeah, so, fashion show.
Yes, fashion show.
Okay.
Yes.
Here?
Yes, it's gritty, isn't it? Isn't it lovely? Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, the Boost Mobile.
Yeah, it's artistic.
Okay. You know, I'm up for trying anything. You know, I'm all about getting the word out, but
exposure.
Getting the exposure on the books.
Yep.
About my books that I wrote.
Yeah, your books. Yeah, they're cute.
So I am still wondering, how is it that a fashion show is going to help me sell books?
Well, darling.
Yeah.
You got to make a big splash. This is a splash.
Right here. This is.
Yeah, right here.
Right. Okay.
What's wrong?
I just don't see it. Okay, so we have. Got the...
It's rustic, sweetheart.
Yeah, okay.
This is what they're doing in Brooklyn right now. This is it. It's run down. It's decrepit. It's late stage capitalism. This is it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't question me.
Okay.
Just put on the clothes, okay?
I have to change.
Yeah, it's a fashion show, so you have to put on clothes. You look great. It'll be fun. You'll have such a good time. I promise. All right. So, this is what all the kids are wearing nowadays.
Okay.
Surprise.
Okay.
Surprise. It's gonna be such a good time.
Do people want to see that? Like, do they want to see me?
They want to see you. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? The people are walking up. Look, these people are staring at. Look, there's people coming over there. You're a star. 80,000 followers is great, but we got to do more. All right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get it. You get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you've had some wild ideas before, and they usually pan out. So I'll trust the process.
Good.
I'm gonna trust your vision.
I love it.
We're gonna catwalk up and down this abandoned shopping center.
Baby. Knee out. All right.
It's gonna be great.
Do you want some weed?
No,
Okay.
thank you.
Do you want some meth?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't have any. I'm just kidding. It's breakfast. Come on.
Okay.
All right. We're having fun.
Amazing absurdist comedian who dresses like a well-designed clown from Ohio. But it's crazy to watch the Michael J. Anderson and Carol Stroiken episodes and seeing Frank ask questions about Twin Peaks as if it's just another show on TV at the time. It's nuts knowing how much of a masterpiece that show is revered as now, but I digress. Some, if not a lot of the jokes, are straight up lies to the audience. Things like calling people, perhaps someone that did a walk-in performance very much like Tim and Eric before Tim and Eric. They pick the weirdest person they can find, call him Regis Philbin Jr., or send in show regular Izzy Fertel to tell Fred Willard that Izzy is the man who delivered him at the hospital as a baby and then sing for him.
Oh, wait, you don't have people from my past here, do you?
Well, here's a certain person.
You've got to be kidding me.
Well, Mr. Willard, how are you? It's so great to see you all these years. It's been so long. I was the doctor that delivered you.
Doctor Izzy Fertel.
Doctor.
Of course, Mr. Willard.
Garvin?
You were too young to remember me.
Hi, how are you? What's your name?
Izzy Fertel, Dr. Izzy Fertel. I was the
No.
gynecologist who delivered you.
Okay.
No, my doctor's name was Garvin.
No, Mr. Fertel said he was the one who delivered you.
Holy.
And, now, Mr. Fertel, maybe you'd like to tell Mr. Willard about your new career.
Now, since I've been a doctor and delivering babies, I got tired of that, so now I have singing I do. And the song that I do now is I used to know Donnie and Marie. Remember them, Willard?
What do you mean remember them? They were big stars, sure.
Yeah, well, they used to have a show on every Friday night, and I composed a little song for them.
That's great.
And I thought it would be nice to give you a little song on your first debut on this Is Your Life program that's going to be seen by so many people.
Okay,
Wait a minute,
Mr.
I
Fertel,
smell a
maybe
rat
you
here.
can sing. No, this is a real original song. Mr. Fertel, maybe you can sing that now.
Yes. Every Friday night, it was a delight. I couldn't wait to see Donnie and Marie. I want you to know I really love that show.
You know,
I just wanted to sing and be exactly like Marie. Every
And that's the character now for the episode. A lot like David Lynch, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Physically and mentally out of the ordinary people are welcome on the set because we want to see all sides of the world with mundane anti-comedy. We want to hear what they have to say, whether you think it adds anything funny or not. You could easily just assume they're there to laugh at, but I'm not so sure.
The true charm of the show for me is that you are not making fun of any of these people. You aren't. Maybe some of the other crew maybe pokes a little bit. But the charm is that you're enthusiastic about their enthusiasm. And that's kind of like me. I really like it when somebody's very passionate about something. And that shows when you're talking to them. You don't ever belittle what they're talking about, no matter how crazy it sounds. You're interested and want to hear it. Is that something that you've always had in you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like when I first saw a performer like Tiny Tim, I wasn't looking at him with any kind of irony or like, wondering why people are laughing in the audience, especially his earlier TV appearances, that pipe in the laughter.
Laugh in and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I just was genuinely entertained by these people, and yeah, so yeah, it's I had booked a America's Got Talent had reached out to me to find some talent one year, and I had passed along some names, including a guy I had produced at Kimmel, who was a manualist, right? He was like a really talented hand farter, and like really good. And he's a gunsmith. He has like a gun shop in Detroit, I think, of all. And so, you know, when I booked him on Kimmel, he had a great time. You know, we used to do a segment, Future Talent Showcase, and it was, you know, it was a celebration of the performers, right? And we were really treating it for what it was, which was like, you know, it's pretty cool how this guy has figured out how to make these sounds with his hands and can do anything, can do you know, AC/DC, Zeppelin, and whatever. And anyway, so he called me after his audition and just said, you know, Rich, I don't know what to do here. I did this audition, and Sharon Osbourne, who was a judge at the time, was just saying these really like horrible things. You know, he said like he claimed that she said something like, you know, you look like a molester or something, and you know, and yeah, and you know, I felt so bad for him.
It's another ingredient needed to complete the recipe that is Beyond Vaudeville. Sometimes the show ends with a musical guest, usually something good and obscure. Also, a lot of popular and legendary acts performed on Beyond Vaudeville and Oddville MTV, including Ween, Hanson, Bloodhound Gang, Blink-182, and many more. But I was wondering, how do they find these ridiculous characters to perform?
Aloha! We're gonna have to do it one more time for Dave. For Dave, gang, here we go. Aloha! He's got it, okay. Here, we're gonna take you to the Hawaiian Islands. So here we go. Yep. Woo! Everybody scream, here we go.
I'll be thinking of you. And Sammy Davis Jr., when he sang, what kind of clown am I? What do I know of life? And can we ever forget Arthur Godfrey when he used to say, I want to go back to my little gray shack in Calico, Hawaii. Golly gee, but it's wonderful to be here tonight.
You can see there's not very much you can do with him. Since he's vocally challenged, the only way he can tell a joke is to sign it. Say, Angus, is there anything worn under your kilt? He says, oh no, everything's in perfect working order. Isn't that true?
About 6.
6, okay. Yeah. And you're how old now?
How old am I? I'm 19.
Wow.
I just crashed into a tree. Will I like Catherine Deneuve? I must be Parisian. I'm reading Jean-Paul Sartre. The book is upside down. I am such a stupid father. I must be Parisian. Sometimes I act like Yves Montand. Sometimes I smell like Jacques Cousteau. Sometimes I sound like Mitterrand. Today I look like escargot.
It's a mixed bag, as it turns out. It was a very laid-back production, as you can see. From the mouth of Rich Brown, it was a mixture of people Rich would meet at talent shows or even on the streets of New York, or interesting people at comic book and pop culture conventions like Creation.
This was, at the time, New York City in the late 70s, early 80s was a real interesting place. And, you know, there were a lot of characters on the streets. And a lot of those people, you know, that I started befriending would eventually find their way onto the show. And likewise, even on Long Island, I found myself going to a lot of talent shows at the local Holiday Inn. And even in high school, like this stuff just attracted me, you know, at an early age.
How were you making these contacts?
Usually, in almost all cases, they were in the phone book. This is when there was a phone book.
Right.
And yeah, even Imogene Coca. I mean, these are people that were listed in the book. And I would often book the non-celebrity talent, and David actually would book a lot of the celebrity talent. I would get him the number and say, "Hey, David, see what you can do." And David would be very persistent. If he would call, and if he didn't get an answer, he would call back again and call again. He would call some of these people daily. And over time, as you know, it sort of compounded. You know, once we had a few known guests on, David would just read off the list of people who had been on, and that kind of helped us going forward.
Wow!
And it also helped us that we were flying under the radar, and a lot of people didn't really know or understand what the show was when they were coming in. So
along with the camera and set crew helping with finding guests occasionally. On June 16th, 1997, with the help of MTV and the original director Steve Korn serving as creative director and new main director Kit Carson for Vaudeville on music television, the huge boost in production quality is immediately noticeable.
Hello and welcome to Vaudeville MTV. MTV's new nightly show featuring such very special talent as Maria the Facial Seamstress, Fruity Nutcake.
Then when the clock starts ticking, I'm finger licking.
The Seven Divine. We also feature celebrity guests. David, maybe you could give us an example. Tune in each night for Vaudeville MTV.
Vaudeville MTV, a life-affirming celebration of human achievement.
Sneak preview Thursday at 11 following the 1997 MTV movie.
Put ourselves in really kind of hard positions.
Okay, and so you're going to give us a demonstration today of what you can accomplish using this inner strength.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, let's see it, guys. It sounds great.
Yeah, what we're going to try to do is place him as stiff as a board and put him on the two chairs. There.
Wow. That's pretty stiff.
Well, I have to check to see if it's really stiff. Give me a hand with my balance here.
Okay.
All right, great. Now, let me see. Is he hard? Is that hard enough? You guys think that's hard enough?
Appears to be, I think. Now, this isn't like a magic trick or anything.
No,
right?
there's nothing on their head.
I mean, I could actually go right under him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Just check to see if he's hard.
That's amazing. Okay.
All right. Well, since he's that hard,
it's actually
the
pretty
next step
impressive.
is to put this on his chest. Oh, here. See if it.
Oh, that's the real thing. You want to check this, guys? Sure. Oh boy.
Yeah. It's real.
It's real.
All right.
All right.
All right.
And,
so that's it. I got it. We're gonna put this here, just so he can.
No. Okay. Okay. Check it, guys.
Real deal.
Real thing. Okay.
All right.
All right. And what are you going to do with this now?
All right. I'm going to attempt to break the brick on him.
No, what's that mean? Melissa, maybe you can tell us what that means.
Okay, it means please do not try this at home. What they're about to do is very dangerous, and they know what they're doing, we hope.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess.
A new presenter named Melissa Gabriel and David Green switching his classic O-face to a distant side glance into what can only be assumed to be constant visions of nuclear hellfire, the melting of flesh, and the gnashing of teeth. big change from what was seemingly a warehouse or garage, they got themselves a swanky fucking soundstage and a colorful, zany set based on the motifs of the old. Although the runtime of the program was cut down to 21 minutes instead of 30, the more professional blocking makes up for that. Not a second is wasted. The classic performance fuckery has been structured to 6 approximate guests per episode. Their access to the more consistently famous individuals is solidified with the help of production. And even Joey the Monkey got an upgrade. All of this ends with a joyful meet and greet for all the guests and band as the ending music blares over everyone's voice, so we can only imagine what the people are muttering to David only to get ignored brutally. This version of the show is immediately more digestible, but not too much more because the bones of the show are still there. Vaudeville on MTV, to the great chagrin of all the motherfuckers who like weird shit, showed off its last episode on Halloween of 1997, the year I was born. Vaudeville was not renewed for another season by MTV, and nervously and angrily eased itself into its premature grave. Why the mundane and absurd fuels me. Well, to be a tad poetic, it's what life is all about. When you're able to let go of the constant dopamine rush of life nowadays, and you allow nostalgia and other complex emotions to be evoked by media you wouldn't traditionally jive with, it's magic.
Bobby, you're wanted in the office.
Who wants me in the office?
Right now, young man.
Watch out. Like I said, we're glad to have you here.
Sheriff, what kind of fantastic trees have you got growing around here? Big, majestic.
Douglas firs.
Douglas firs.
It must have been a snowshoe rabbit.
Snowshoe?
Right.
Snowshoe. Snowshoe rabbit.
Who's the lady with the log?
We call it a log lady.
Okay, Bob. Okay, Bob. Okay. Julie, what would happen if I pulled this out?
You wouldn't.
You're not drinking and driving, are you? Well, we're all pretty broken up about what happened today, sir. Besides, Bobby's doing most of the driving. How do you take it? Black as midnight on a moonless night. Pretty black.
Fellas, don't drink that coffee. You'd never guess. There was a fish in the percolator. Sorry.
What?
That is incredible job.
Sometimes the urge to do bad is nearly overpowering.
Oh, Mamsie Dotes and little Lamsie Divey, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? Oh, Mamsie Dotes and little Lamsie Divey, a kiddly divey too, wouldn't you? Now if the words sound queer and funny to your ear, a little bit jumble and jivey, say mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy.
It's up to you to use this kind of media to remind you how beautiful the world really can be if you let it. Things like Squirt TV.
Fashionably loud. It's a brilliant idea. In fact, there was another moment I'd like to show. Look at this guy.
Have you ever been to anything like this?
Yeah, man, but this one was Butters, you know, they had the light flowing.
Can we rewind that? It was real good. I want to see it one more time.
This one was Butters.
So overall, Fashionably Loud was Butters. Yeah, I'll tell you. But seriously, Menudo Unplugged would have been a much better program. Get Alex on that one. Anyway, we have a trivia question. What block are the new kids from, okay?
David Lynch, Andy Kaufman, Softmax Plus.
Hear that?
Yep.
A tisket, a tasket. Stick me in a fucking casket, because I'm dead. Let's go drink. The other suit got wet. We were hanging out in a kiddie pool. But we're here over at the Cincinnati Mills, the old Cincinnati Mills, the old Forest Fair Park. They just decided they're going to tear it down. This was decided like 2 days ago. It sucks, but then I mean, just friggin' look at it. I mean, it's been done. Just all the broken glass, all the bad graffiti. So we're in the cowboy variant today. Aaron and I had this joke. We were gonna go shoot guns and I was gonna wear this costume. We're gonna do it eventually, but busting it out today.
Beyond Vaudeville and Raw Time.
4 IQ. This is what you're supposed to fucking sound like if your IQ's 154.
Thank you. Actually, closer to 300, but you know...
But that's fine.
It's an inherent and impassioned proclivity to the efficacious presentation of expressible knowledge as communication, a deterministically cautious propensity to the semi-congruous attainment of emotional maturity and psychological awareness, stability, and preservation, with a persistent inclination to the heightened sensibilities of a detachedly informant empathy.
Can we get you to call next week as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, someone's been practicing. Raw time.
Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah, I was wondering if you could maybe come toss my salad or something.
You'll have to call and make an appointment. Raw time.
Do you guys, like, have trust funds or something, or do you have jobs, or...?
No, we just live on the street.
Yeah, live on the street.
I live out of my car.
We're allowed to be okay with the offensive. We're allowed to be okay with dead air, and we can decide to feed positive inspiration from it. Or we can choose to see it as silly and stupid and go on with our day, betting on fucking sports and keeping up with our social media accounts. So in conclusion, I just love media like this for its nostalgic and grounding qualities, as well as being unapologetically what it is. And I implore all of you to leave it in the comments, your memories of Beyond Vaudeville and Oddville if you got them, or go watch it yourself and perhaps get personally inspired to go make a ridiculous show with your friends about nothing and create an unforgettable, bold, and contentious legacy for yourself that no one will forget. Because I know that Rich Brown and David Green sure did. Thanks so much for watching my video. I hope this inspired you and or, you know, gave you some info that you didn't know about Beyond Vaudeville. Sources are cited in the description, and yeah. If you're watching this, Rich Brown, I love you. And I know David definitely isn't watching this. Have a good one. And I'll see you next time on Blizzard's Variety Channel.